Hello everyone, what's up? Prince15 here with another video review. Today I'm reviewing LEGO NinjaGo set number 70670, the Monastery of Spinjitzu from, well, NinjaGo. So before we take a look at the set, let's take a look at the box. It's a big box. So here we have the great big old box. It of course is from LEGO NinjaGo. Legacy, interesting that it does say Legacy here and not Masters of Spinjitzu, because this wave of sets is helping to commemorate the fact that NinjaGo is reaching its 100th episode very, very soon. As in very soon as the episodes are already up online, but they haven't aired in the United States yet, which means they haven't officially aired, but anyway. So yeah, here is Kai looking very stern on the box. And then here is the set in its entirety and basically all the things that it does. This is featured in Season 1. Oh, controversy, saying that the Snakes was Season 1. Here's all of the characters. You get a lot of minifigures in the set, and that's very nice. Of course, for ages 9 and up, of course, that's just suggestion. They have to put that on there. 70670, Monastery of Spinjitzu. It's 170 pieces. It's a building toy in several different languages. Oh, look! It's the dragons from the show. That's very, very nice for them to include. We flip around the box to the back. And then we see everything the set does. Now, of course, the set is featured in Season 1. That's controversial. And then, of course, here's some shots from the show. First Spinjitzu Master there. There is, this is from the pilots, yeah, so there's Wu training Kai. So yeah, a lot of cool features in this set, you know, all the things. It does have those things. Oh yeah, that's right, it has those things. I'm going to have to grab those, oops. And it says collect the golden weapons, which, if you have this set, then you've collected the golden weapons, hooray! So the set does come with these things. We'll just start off talking about so basically what these things are, and I'll demonstrate here in a bit, is you can put one of the ninja on there, or you can take the skeleton guy and then you can have them battle each other. So that's very cool. Move them off to the side for now. Let's get into these minifigures. These gorgeous, gorgeous minifigures. So here we have Sensei or Master Wu, whatever you want to call him. So yeah, here he is in his special gi. If memory serves, this is the gi he wore when he had to banish Garmadon to the underworld. So it has great significance to him. Wu, one of the best characters in the show. Very good looking here. He's got a kind of surprised expression on his face. And then if we were to move the head around, you would see it's disconcerting to see him like this because I'm so used to the beard. So it's like, okay, no, take it away, take it away, take it away, put it back behind the beard. Put that back on. There we are. Yeah, that's much better. All right. So there is Wu. Moving on to Wu's nephew, Lloyd Garmadon, the green ninja. Something of note, all the ninja retain their faces from the LEGO NinjaGo movie, which in some cases I like, in other cases I don't really like. Lloyd, it's fine. Lloyd, it's perfectly fine for him to keep his movie face, because they've kind of ended up keeping his movie face in the show. For some of the others, though, they've slightly changed the character design. They've changed the character design to be closer to the movie, but at the same time retain certain aspects of their original character models. And so I don't really like the inclusion of the movie heads being here. Case in point, Zane. Here's Zane, the Ninja of Ice. Gosh, I do not like. Well, that's fine. That one's fine, actually. You know what? I'm just gonna. There we go. Now he looks better. This face is fine. Focus. There you go. But I do not. For this to be on the regular Zane and not movie Zane, yeah, don't like it. I don't like it. That face is too derpy. It's just it's a big old joke. It's like, oh, Zane's a robot. Ho ho. It's like, we're just gonna remove all the emotional depth that this character had. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Don't care at all. So yeah, here's Zane. Very, very good looking. I do like the dragons that they've got on all of the geese. I don't know why this camera stops focusing. So moving right along. Oh, he's here too. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. So here we have the worst character in NinjaGo, Cole. Little joke there, me forgetting about him. It's like, that was the whole purpose behind Day of the Departed, is the ninja we're forgetting about him. So here we have Cole, one of the worst characters in the show, probably one of the best minifigures here, actually, just because I actually really like his, it's like his movie face. I actually really like, for some reason. I don't mind it being here on his minifigure. So let's just get that straightened out a little bit. He's a little crooked. So also, because when the mask is on, it's when the mask is off, it's like, okay, yeah, that's the face he had in the movie. But when you put the mask on, it's like, well, yeah, that looks like Cole from the show. They kind of kept he retained his bushy eyebrows in both forms. So that's either way, it looks like Cole from the show, which is nice. So even though he doesn't have any personality after 100 episodes and a special and 2 pilots, he at least he's recognizable. So he has that, I guess. Moving right along, here we have Jay, the Ninja of Lightning. This is another case to where I don't really like the movie faces being on these minifigures in particular. So Jay is one of them. I mean, it's not really that bad when you put the hood on, but kind of like with Zane, it's just like, it's like that's not the Jay I know and love. That's Jay from the movie, which is, well, Jay from the movie. So it's like, nah, why couldn't they give him why couldn't they go back to the old faces? You know, it's like, just, I mean, that's what they did in the show. They retained the old faces, but just added some slight differences. So Jay, in the recent seasons, he's got the movie hair, and he's got these added freckles, but otherwise the face is still the same. So it's like, it's not that. So because they've made that change in the show, it's not really that noticeable when the hood is on, but when the hood is off, it's this isn't my Jay. But I'll just keep the hood on. There we go. Problem solved. So, moving on, here we have Nia, the Ninja of Water, Jay's girlfriend and Kai's sister. So, Nia looks very good here. I prefer her ninja outfit design when she does carry the mixed colors of red and blue, paying homage to both her brother and her father and her mother and Jay. Because Nia's a very interesting character, arguably the most developed character of the entire show because of the focus that's been on her. Her change of face didn't really bother me, so I find it fine that she's got the movie face here. I mean, it's noticeable, but it's not a bad design, so I like it fine. And if you were to put Nia's classic hair, her classic hair on here, then it'd still look like Nia. It's like, oh yeah, that's Nia. So Nia, very, very nice. She looks very good. Then here we have Kai, the Ninja of Fire, as he would put it. Kai, honestly, Kai's face, his movie face is actually probably a better representation of him as a character in the TV show than his actual original minifigure face. So I actually really like his movie face. So again, I'm kind of split on the fact that some of them still have their movie faces. It works for some, it doesn't work for others. Lloyd, it works fine. Zane, it doesn't. Cole, it does. Jay, it doesn't. Nia, it's fine. Kai, it's fine. Wu, I don't really think they changed his face, but so it really depends on the character. But Kai looks very nice, keeping that fire motif in his gi. And then last and I guess least is we have Whiplash, a Skulkin. Yep, he's a skeleton guy. He's got a great big old noggin, which looks weird when you take his hat off. So don't take his hat off. It's like that's just kind of disturbing. So I didn't have any Skulkin prior to this, so it's nice to have a Skulkin, even if he is slightly redesigned and not quite an original from 2011. But hey, it's cool. I'm pretty sure this torso piece is the same that they used back then. So yeah. So that is it for the minifigures. So with the minifigures out of the way, now we can actually take a look at the main set itself, which is the Monastery of Spinjitzu. Man, is this a cool set. Obviously, it is a very iconic design from the show. As when we looked at the box, we could see that they actually used some screen caps from the show itself to display the set. A lot of firsts happened here. We first saw Spinjitzu here. This is where we first met all of the ninja. It's like this was the ninja's first headquarters in the show, and that's just in the pilot episodes and early in the first season. That's not even to mention all the stuff that happened there before the ninja arrived, like Wu and Garmadon growing up there with the first Spinjitzu master. The fight with Crux and Acronix, the Hands of Time, all that stuff. Moro being trained here before he struck out on his own and died. Yes, our villain this season is going to be a ghost, someone that's literally dead. This is for kids. So, NinjaGo, I love you so much. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move these minifigures to the side. I'll just kind of drop them off to the side and leave them in a clump for now, as we take a deep dive into the set. So we'll kind of look at the interior first and then swivel that around here in a minute. So here we have the inside of the dojo. Very, very cool. It's got a little place here for 2 of the 4 golden weapons. You've got the nunchucks of lightning and the scythe of quakes. And then here is something I really like, is that here in the center, you've got a little spot for Wu to sit or stand. I'm just going to make him stand and have some tea. So it comes with a little teacup and two little things of tea. So that's very, very cool. There's a lot of play features on this for this portion of the monastery. One of these is right here. You've got this kind of blade that swings around, and then it reveals the sword of fire. So it's just a gear system basically, and it swivels around. I have no clue what that thing's supposed to be. I guess it's just a little art thing. Yeah, I don't know, but it does swing around, and you've got the sword of fire over there. Then right here is something that I find odd. Is the play feature itself isn't odd, but what they include is, because I don't think this is really something from the show. I've been watching the show since it started in 2011. All of the episodes, with the exception of season 10, are on Netflix right now. So I've been going back through recently. I've been watching it all again. It's been a very fun time. Most of the time, rebooted. But the play feature here is odd because it's like, what is this supposed to... This isn't really referencing anything, I don't think. It's just really kind of random, unless it's from one of the books I haven't read, because the Dark Island trilogy is a thing. So you do that, you flip these open, and then that catapults a little something through there. What that little something is a chicken. It's a golden chicken. Okay. That's very random. I don't understand why, but okay. What would have been really cool is if this had been the Falcon, if this had been Zane's Falcon. That would have been a very, very cool thing to put in there. But Nope. It's it's a gold chicken. Okay. So that's random, but you can just put those back and put the chicken back in its little thing right there, ready to be launched once again. So while we're turning this around, we can go ahead and turn it around the rest of the way. And then we have the back here. So there's the Sword of Fire over on its kind of secret area. And then over here we have the shurikens of ice hiding here in the window. And then we've got this little thing right here. So what does this thing do? Well, let's swing this back around over here. So we've got these little stairs over here. When you push in this lever, the stairs open up, and when you move it back and forth, you got this little blade that sticks up and tries to stab things. So that's kind of a cool little thing, because this whole monastery is meant to train you, to train ninja. So it's like even walking up to get tea can be dangerous, especially if Wu's the one having the tea, because he likes tea. If you're about to get the last cup, he might try to fight you for it. So we'll just move that back over there, and then swing this around. So of course this is the front of the monastery. And then there's also an interior. The interior very, very cool and detailed. So we'll go ahead and close the main gate here. One annoying thing about this set is that when you're messing around with it like this, is that this section here, of course, supposed to be up like this, but how they're kept in place, they're just all, excuse me, they're just on. I'm not even sure what these pieces are called, but that they're used in Lego quite often. These little kind of hinge pieces. So when you're spinning it around or messing with it, it is very annoying. That happens. So that's just a small nitpick, though. It's not really that big a deal. So that piece wasn't really on that well. Oops. So then here we have the main training area with several different things. So we've actually got kind of a fruit ninja set up over here, which is odd and interesting. And then whatever this is, I don't really know, but so it's like you can have the ninja attack fruit. Okay, they don't stay in there very securely, but that's the point, because you're supposed to be able to knock them over. But when it comes to setting them back up, it can kind of be a little annoying. So there we go. And then of course we've got a kind of a nice set representation of something that's pretty iconic from the show. Is one of the spinning practice dummies they've got. You can just completely remove both of these. Actually, you can completely remove both of these and then just have them try to get it to spin without knocking it around. There we go. That's kind of working. So there we go. Yeah, so you got that. So then we can move that, and I've just wrecked it again. So we can move these to the side and take a closer look at the details, because boy, is this detailed. Again, another nitpick I have with this set is that these are bloody stickers. I hate stickers in Lego sets. Why can't they just be printed? Anyway, small rant over. These stickers weren't that big of a pain, but I mean, they're still stickers. So the nice thing about this is that we've got a whole bunch of references to the past. So let's see here. What do we got over here? Okay, so here we have the Preeminent from Possession. We've got Captain Nauticon from Skybound. There's the Oni and the Dragon from Hands of Time. Sorry. Well, actually, no, wait, hold on. There is the Iron Doom, so that is from Hands of Time. And then we've got the Oni and the Dragon from Sons of Garmadon and Hunted and March of the Oni. So that little trilogy of seasons. And then, of course, we do have a thing that's spoilers. That is for March of the Oni. I will not explain what that is in case you have not seen March of the Oni yet, but just know that that is something to do with Season 10. So then here we have Lord Chin, or not Lord, Master Chin, excuse me. We've got Master Chin, Pythor, and the other Serpentine, so that's referencing Tournament of Elements. And Pythor being there could also be a reference to Tournament of Elements, but this stuff is more likely a reference to Rise of the Snakes, the first official season. Then over here, we've got a reference to Rebooted. And so we've got the Golden Overlord and Zane sacrificing himself to stop the Overlord. Okay. And then we have, and then this is also a reference to both the Rise of the Snakes first season with Garmadon with the 4 golden weapons and the Great Devourer there, and then also kind of a what kind of looks like a reference to the pilots where they're learning Spinjitzu and the like. So yeah, a lot of really cool references and stuff to the show in this set. And what better set? I'll set this stuff back up while I talk. What better set to kind of help commemorate NinjaGo's 100 episodes than the Monastery of Spinjitzu? I mean, we haven't had a set of this before, so it's cool that we're getting one now, especially when the rest of this wave is essentially just remakes of older sets from the first couple of years of NinjaGo. I say we haven't gotten a set of this before. We sort of kind of did, if I'm remembering correctly. But I think it was just basically a wall, and it was one of the Spinjitzu arenas. Because if you remember all the way back to 2011, which is 8 years ago at this point, holy cow, it's 8 years ago. When NinjaGo was first introduced, they of course had sets, but then they also had the trading card game. And the spinners where you could spin them and then take cards from your friends and stuff. And so they had a little arena that was, I guess, sort of kind of a wall from the monastery, but it wasn't really a whole thing like this. What we have here is brilliant and gorgeous. So now let's go ahead and show off these things. We'll just go ahead and stick Lloyd on here and then grab Whiplash and stick him on the other. So there we are. Here's the 2 of them, and you can have them fight it out. So that's a cool little play feature, and it does sort of kind of harken back to the. It does actually kind of, so you can have them hopping around and stuff. So it does sort of kind of harken back to the original days of NinjaGo when you had the spinners, and they would spin, they would Spinjitzu, because here we go, because there's tires on the bottom here, so you can have them doing Spinjitzu around the arena and stuff. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if that's supposed to be a direct kind of nod toward that, but I kind of see it as that. It's like, yeah, because NinjaGo does kind of have its roots in a little more interactivity besides just building the set and playing with it. So yeah, let's move that stuff off to the side. And so then, of course, this isn't really, when you look on the box, it's very much separated, but you can actually combine these 2 pieces pretty easily. So then there's these 2 kind of blank sections here, and then you just slide it up and under, and then you have a completed monastery. So yeah, very cool. So we'll just set the other woos in there, but we'll just go ahead and set the other minifigures back up. There we go. And I think that's everyone. Am I forgetting? Oh, yeah, that's right. Cole. I completely forgot about him. Oh, I'm sorry, Cole fans. I can't help it. He has no character. So yeah, that is the Monastery of Spinjitzu. This is such a cool set. I wasn't initially actually planning on getting this set. If I was going to get any sets from this wave, I told myself it would be this one. Because even though I've been a fan of NinjaGo, I've gone over this before, but even though I've been a fan of NinjaGo since it began with the TV show and everything, I've always kind of thought that NinjaGo sets were a little lackluster up until the movie rolled around, in which case it's like, okay, now these are some really cool sets. And then, of course, the movie was over, and the movie was, well, the movie, and it's like, okay, bad movie, at least we got some good sets. And then since Garmadon started, and it's like, it was the exact inverse. Great season, not the greatest sets. So then Legacy rolls around, and we get this, and it's like, oh, well, that's actually very tempting. And so the Lego Movie 2 came out. I had birthday money. I went to Walmart to pick up my supplies. I saw that this was discounted by about $15. I'm like, what the heck? So, yeah, so here I am reviewing it. Because, honestly, this set is really cool. I do not regret getting this set. It is a fantastic way to commemorate 100 episodes of NinjaGo. Because it's like, one, it's an achievement unto itself to reach 100 episodes. Let alone it's an achievement for any show to reach 100 episodes, because it's 100 episodes. 100, triple digits. That's an achievement no matter what TV show you are. But at the same time, it's quite an achievement for a television show trying to sell you toys. So, let's think about let's think about this. How many TV shows that are based on toys really get 100 episodes? Transformers television shows rarely go beyond 60 or so episodes, even when they probably should. For instance, Transformers Animated only has something like 50 episodes, because those seasons are only 13 episodes long, and there's only 3 of them. So there's only 50 or so episodes. Transformers Prime has just a little over 60 episodes. Robots in Disguise, probably somewhere along the same. G1 Transformers, I think somewhere around the same. Rescue Bots actually has quite a few episodes. Rescue Bots is the kind of the odd man out, because Rescue Bots just became quite the phenomenon. So it may have 100 episodes, but Rescue Bots isn't your typical Transformers TV show. It's certainly the first Lego TV show to reach that number, because it's also the first Lego TV show. The Bionicle had no TV show up until Generation 2, and well, we know how that turned out. Bionicle reiterated, now on my YouTube channel. Then, of course, NinjaGo came along. Then we had Chima, and well, Chima was Chima. And then we had Nexonites, and it's like, that wasn't that great either. But NinjaGo's had a pretty great run. The future is very, very bright for NinjaGo, and it's been quite a ride. And this set is a great way to encapsulate and celebrate the past 100 episodes, past 8 years of NinjaGo. So, if you're a NinjaGo fan, I would highly suggest I would highly recommend that you pick this up. If you're just a Lego fan in general, this is a cool set. We don't really see too many buildings like this, whether it be in this style or just from a theme like NinjaGo in general, because it's an action theme, so you get a lot of vehicles. It's like with Star Wars. My one complaint with Lego Star Wars is we don't get enough building sets. We get more vehicles than anything. Granted, there's a lot of vehicles to do in Star Wars, but it'd be nice to get a Jabba's palace type set every so often than we actually do. So I'm not saying actually Jabba's palace set every 2 years. I'm saying a building like that. So yeah, so this set is very cool for a multitude of reasons. The fact that it's an actual building being one of those. So yeah, I would totally recommend this set. I think it's great, and it looks fantastic on my shelf with my other NinjaGo stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are in the description below, and I will see you guys next time. Remember to keep jumping up, kicking back, whipping around, and spinning. I thought that was going to go a lot better in my head. Anyway, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.